everyone. Today we're going to work on some balance, some general balance, and a little bit of hip flexor strength while also being aware of our feedback from the earth or the floor into our feet. So you're going to need a wall, a hard floor or a thin pile carpet, and a band. These are those. You can get a pack of these bands from Amazon for like $6, and there's every strength from extra light to heavy. So you want to use a light band for this work because we want to get into our hip flexor doing the work and not our quadricep. So I want you to lean up against the wall. Feet are however far in front of you they need to be so that this is flat against the wall. Really, the tailbone or the sacrum is heavy into the wall. And we're just gonna put the strap on our left foot around the ball of that foot, and then in the right, like above your toes where your knuckles are. You're gonna level your pelvis. So this shirt that I have on comes right at the top of my pelvis. Shoulders are back and down, and we're gonna lift. Now, think about where my finger is. That's what we want the feedback from. So I could use my quad and do kind of heroic movement, but that's not what we're looking for. Really, if you put your finger here, right in that hip, you can feel it firing for the movement. Let's do 3 more. And now bring that right foot down. We're just gonna switch sides. So already this side is harder for me. I don't have quite the strength in this hip. And so I'd wanna hike my hips like that. So if you could have a mirror to monitor the level of your pelvis, that's great. And lift. Lift. Nice and slow. Having your tailbone into the wall, and ideally your entire spine into the wall, helps isolate that movement. You'll also feel, because this is against the wall, there's work here, which there should be. Every second we're in the saddle, there's work here, even when something else in our body is doing the effort. 3 more. Now, to build on that, we're gonna come off the wall if you feel this is available to you. So you're gonna stand on both feet. Now we're gonna stand then on the left foot. So if I hike this right hip, it's so much easier, but I'm forcing it to be level, and then we're gonna lift. Watch that those shoulders stay level. This is where the work is. If you use a band or a strap that's too heavy, we're gonna miss the hip flexor and go into the quad. Try and feel the band fully on the standing foot, so you're not on the inside of the foot or the outside of the foot, but that full ball of foot is present with the floor. And lift, and lift. Also, notice if you're wanting to angle that thigh to accomplish this. 3 more. And we're gonna switch. My right leg is not as strong as my left, so it's more effort to get that pelvis to be level. Make sure that the back is the exact same as it was against the wall, and lift. Effort. Control the movement. Really try and connect in your brain with the effort. Feel the full left foot below the toes in contact with the strap working. Pause here. Think about your right standing foot. Are you on that foot fully? Or are you more on the outside of the foot or the inside of the foot? Those are evasions to avoid engaging the hip flexor fully. So if you find it difficult to be fully on the standing foot, just do this. It's plenty of effort and plenty of work. Because if you're rocking on the inside or the outside of the foot, you're just training bad habits. So better to start simpler with correct form. And now we're going to switch feet again. So I'm standing on, I have the strap on my left ball of foot. Now, see how this right hip is up high? Bring it down. Now the right knee is going in towards the left knee, and we're leading this movement with the right heel. Oh, this is brutal. It's a small movement. You'll feel it here. Really keep this right hip down. Feel that left foot fully. You might notice how I'm really sending this left hip out. It's a lack of strength. So try and be fully on that left foot. I just upped the work. Lead with the right heel. It's a small movement. 3 more. And we're going to switch legs. Double check your pelvis in a mirror. It's fine to use the wall or a chair for some feedback. Here we are. There's tension on that left top of foot, and we internally rotate the femur in the hip so that that left heel goes out. You might feel your right hip starting to scream a bit. Good. And press out. And press. And press. Make sure, see, I was starting to tip, using some leverage, not supporting myself fully. Make sure the rib cage and the pelvis is connected. 3 more. Bring that down. Now when you get that all super duper and you can find some ease in that, we're gonna switch, we're gonna add a yoga block. So we're gonna step on the yoga block fully with the left foot. Woo, woo, woo. See, again, I wanna hike that right hip. Force that right hip down. Lots of work in the left hip. And we lift. You can even add your arms out in front of you. But those shoulders aren't disconnected. They are down your rib cage and into the midline of the back body. Whew. Notice that standing foot. Is it firm on that block? Double check. 3 more. And now we're just gonna switch the other way. See, it'd be real easy to do that. Level. This is working. And lift. Make sure that the pelvis is level and neutral, not an anterior tilt. The minute I bring it in to neutral, it increases the work. Three more. Okay, and that's it. So play with that, really challenge yourself, but the most important thing is that this pelvis is in a correct position for the work. Got it? Super. Thanks.